I just turned on Walmart Spark, Uber Eats, and Doordash, and I already got my very first offer of the day pretty quickly. And this Doordash offer is $15.55 for 6.8 miles. It's gonna take me like 2 miles just to get there. So let's go ahead and get this day started. We have now arrived at Chick-fil-A. Order says to bring a catering bag. So hey, this might actually be halfway decent. Let's find out. Now they said it might take a little bit for this one, so hopefully it's definitely gonna be worth it. Cause look at right here, it's like 30 different sandwiches, like 20 different fries here, and some fruit cups, and a bunch of sauces. Altogether, it's like 64 different items, and this might be okay. Okay, I got it all in the car now. I got like a total of like 5 big bags. 3 of them's in this great big catering bag. 2 of them's in this bag. That's slightly smaller than that one. But this is a perfect way to get this thing started. Let's go. And of course, I got this little bottleneck of every angle of these traffic right here in Chick-fil-A. Great. Slowly but surely, I will get there. But I just can't help to keep on thinking, oh, my on-time rate, my on-time rate. Because it does not take much. DoorDash is not given or allowed very much time to actually to deliver the items. It's just like cray to the Z. I'm going to try and find another route. Shoot. Hopefully this route is going to be 1 minute slower. That's what it says. It shouldn't be, because that was just jammed up. I just don't see how that's going to be possible right now. All right, let's get it rolling, and we'll have just a little bit of interstate driving. All right, now it looks like I'm going to be going to some sort of construction site. I'm going to actually meet the customer here. I mean, it just drops me like right there in the middle of the road, but the customer did send me a message of be sure and actually contact the customer. So that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get close, and let's go ahead and drop this thing off. All right, now I'm glad I had these extra instructions that actually get in contact with the customer, because completing this order, it would have been like a headache for sure, even though it led me all the way to a little guard shack and security, armed security. I'm just like, what is this place? And the customer had to just eventually meet me right where I was at, instead of actually me coming to him, because security would not let me through at all. So this whole order actually took me like 50 minutes to get this one covered, but I got $2.55 of base pay, $20.52 of customer tip, for a grand total of $23.07. Not bad to start it off. So let's see what we get next. And shortly after saying that, I got this order right here. It's $9.77, 5.1 miles, going to 2 different places. I'm not so thrilled that I'm going to 2 different places, but it's going to take me at least a little over 2 miles just to get back into my zone where all my restaurants are at. So it makes it more like $9.77 for like 3.5 miles, maybe. Everything's like bunched up right there together, so maybe I can knock this out pretty quick. The only downside is I'm actually heading to Wingstop. Yeah, not exactly my very favorite place, but let's go in. All right, now the order was partially ready. Yeah, the main food was ready, but the drinks were not. So right when I gave the order on the name, and she handed me the bag, and she's like, oh, it has 2 drinks with it. I was like, oh man, y'all didn't make the drinks? And I just said it just similar to that, you know, smile on my face and everything. Not trying to stir up anything, trying to keep things calm and cool. I come in there a lot, they know me. And while I was actually filling out their little board of, had to put my name on there, put the customer's name on there, she actually made the drink. I was like, awesome. I was, oh, thank you very much. Little by little, hopefully we can get Wingstop and a lot of these other places that don't actually make the drinks to actually make the drink. And that is not the only thing I have to talk about, but I am already right here at Chick-fil-A. Now, I cannot wait to talk about this other part. Now, DoorDash has a problem, because this also affects the on-time rate. Because when I first received this order and it was wanting me to go to Chick-fil-A and Wingstop, it actually directed me to go to Chick-fil-A first, which to me, it made no sense whatsoever. Because for me, Wingstop comes before Chick-fil-A, but even by looking at the map, it should be just kind of flow with that same route as following. So what I did was I actually checked the promise time of which order needed to be first. And it turned out it was needing to be the Wingstop order. So I went ahead and jumped task to Wingstop because it still made perfect sense just in that aspect as well. So I'm just like, if I would have went to Chick-fil-A where it actually first wanted me to go, I wonder if it would have shifted and say, oh, you needed to go to Wingstop first. Because there's been multiple times where I arrived at a destination on a stacked order and it wanted me to go to the other place first. And it's craziness. It just sucks that I have to actually check and see which order is actually the next one up to bat, you know? But here we are at the very first customer, which is like 0.6 miles. Let's do it. All right, no issues with that drop off right there. But let me know down in the comment box, have you encountered the same issues as I have? Because this might be just one of those other things that just might need to get fixed. At least I know it does on my side. Now we got 1.1 miles to the next customer, and it's gonna be at some lovely apartments. Oh, you know I love that. Oh my gosh, the gate is open. Check it out, it is open. I am so glad. Usually it's like, I always have to use the gate code. I'm just like, oh, and sometimes they don't even give it to me. If this was it right here. Come on, please be it, please be it. Yes, it is it. What? This is gonna be a hand it to the customer. So let's do it. Oh, and it's the first floor. Happy birthday to me. Okay, now got that dropped off. Base pay, $2.75. Customer tips was $4.77 and $2.25 for a grand total of $9.77. Not too terrible. It only took me just a little bit. And I immediately got another offer and it was not good. $6.35, 9.3 miles. Because even if I got that order, it was not gonna work. I'll talk about the other one here in a minute. I got another offer. This is worse. $2.55, 2.9 miles, another decline. The declines are just a part of the story here because even though I would do really well of getting another offer with the Platinum Offer Boost, it's not always good. But the other offer was $4.20 for 4.6 miles. Now that ain't gonna work either. If I could keep on getting orders like this, I'm gonna have to possibly turn on some more apps. And I can't be out too long because I have some meetings later. But we're just gonna kind of balance all this thing out and make it work and make it happen. All right, just got parked here, waiting for an offer since I had a decline like 3 straight Doordash offers. I'm just like, ugh. But I did turn my Walmart Spark on, so I did receive an offer, but it went by just that quick. And I'm just like, man, only thing I got to see at a split second was like, all I saw was 13 and change and 1 mile. I was like, oh, I was actually about to take it, but it was just gone. As soon as I actually saw it and processed it, and I was driving at the moment, so I was just like, but now I'm like right here. I'm like, come on now, I'm ready for you now. Go ahead and show up. Come on, give me something. But of course, it won't do it when I'm actually ready and staring at the daggum thing. All right, let's just keep on waiting. All right, now I went ahead and I turned on Uber Eats as well because I was like, I gotta at least try to get something here. I don't really care what app it is. I'm just trying to get some money while I can. Now here's the thing about if I get like a Walmart Spark order and it's actually decent and a Uber Eats pops up in front of it, I'll be like, oh man, that's gonna ruin the timing of me trying to actually get my Spark order most likely. So that's when I actually kind of waited a little bit before I actually turned my Uber Eats on. I'm just like, eh. And if I don't get nothing on Doordash, Uber Eats, or Walmart Spark, I'm like, I'll take a glance at Roadie, which I guess I can take a glance at Roadie right now. And of course, they have absolutely nothing. So that was quick. Okay, all right, something just vibrated here. All right, which app is it? I have no idea. Maybe it wasn't any of these apps. Maybe it was just a notification for something else. I don't know. Dang it. All right, keep waiting because pretty soon I'm gonna find something else better to do. All right, now just wait a few moments later and got this order right here. Not bad at all. $6.80 plus, which means there's gonna be extra money to this. It just reminded me on my last ride along where I saw a plus and I got an extra 25 cents. I'm like, oh, really? So I'm just like, maybe it'll give me an extra 20 cents and round it off to be $7. Be my luck. Let's hope not. But here we go. We're here at Fujiya. sushi bar. There for a minute, I was also thinking if I should have took some of those other offers, but I was just like, $4 and something, like, not for 4 miles. If it was like maybe 4 and change for like a mile or less, I probably would have chanced it, but that would definitely been an AR move, and I'm glad I didn't have to take it. Ugh. All right, that order was pretty much ready, so I was like, ooh, score. Now I just got 6 minutes, 2.1 miles. Then we're gonna find out how much is gonna be at the end of this plus. Hopefully it's at least noteworthy. In this bag with this sushi bar place, it's not like a whole lot, so I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get a total of $8. I'm gonna just kind of cap it off right there. I'm gonna hope it's gonna be more than the extra 20 cents, but I'm gonna hope for the extra $1 and get $8 out of this. Then we're just gonna keep this thing stacking, just like the shirt says, that you can find in the field store. Let's go. All right, just now starting to pull up here. Should be this one right here on the right side. Is it? Going once, going twice, 3 times. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and leave it at the door. Yeah. Okay, I was still a little off because the order was $6.80 plus. The base pay was $2.55, $5 tip for a grand total of $7.55. So under $8, but it was more than that extra little 20 cents where I first thought too. So $7.55 for like 2 miles-ish. We'll take it. Now that what I've been kind of saying with this platinum offer boost, generally it's like I get an order pretty quickly. I haven't gotten an order just yet because sometimes I'll get an order as I'm going back or just now sitting down in the car. So as long as I can get like an order by the time I get from where I'm at here and going back to where all my restaurants are at, it's still okay, it's still good. But if I start sitting down, I'll be like, oh no, Phil can't do that. We got to find something here. May have to turn another app on. I'm not married just to one app here, so I can definitely multi-app if I have to. But I really do like, even like when I'm doing like Doordash and I can just keep on stacking the orders and just keep on moving and keep on going. I like doing that, especially if I have an hourly rate of over $20, pushing with a goal of $25 an hour. That's what I like. Oh, you know what I like. Let's do it. Come on, somebody. Give me an order. All right, just now backing this thing up to sit in my little spot right here, fishing for another order. Yes, I've already turned my Walmart Spark on as I was coming down this way because I'm just like, ooh, I don't know if anybody has anything for me here. There, as I said, here comes a Doordash. That ain't good. $5.55 for 7.3 miles. I am right here at Chick-fil-A and that will not work. So easy decline. There are no dead miles in that. This is clearly an upside down order that I will not take. Now, if this was more like $10 or more, then I'd be like, okay, I might be able to work that out. I don't really like that's $1.30 a mile, but as slow as today has been going, I probably would have done it as an AR move, which is acceptance rating move, because it's not that type of an attractive order. Here we go again. $9.05, 6.3 miles. Oh gosh, there's that $1.20, $1.30 a mile. I really don't like it either, but I'm going to take it. Most of it's just going to be getting there. Oh well. Go ahead and meet me at Bear Creek Beverage and Spirits. Now don't let that spook you just because it says spirits. Let's go on in. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking when it comes to alcohol orders, because I've had those same thoughts and those same type of feelings of doing alcohol deliveries and not doing alcohol deliveries. I have kind of grown to be like, okay, I'll do these type of orders mostly during the day and not really at night. I'll turn it off in the evening times or late evenings, probably around 7, 8 o'clock on the way all the way up through the night, however long I'm going to dash. I used to not do it at all. Here are some of my reasons. One is like just the fact I had to card people. That was one of my reasons in the very beginning. After I did it a couple times, I was like, it actually wasn't that bad. My other reason is like just the people that just could not find their ID. That got on my nerves. Still gets on my nerves when it happens, but it doesn't happen that much, which is good. A lot of times these people are prepared. So I'm just like, okay, well, there goes that one. There was another one that was in there besides the one I was gonna give you for number 4, but I can't remember that one. Yeah, I can't remember it. So let me go ahead and give you number 4. We got 1 and 2, forgot 3, but we'll go to 4, which is, I go to church, church. I just didn't want like somebody from the church to actually be like, oh, why are you at the liquor depot? Yes. Because I'm not just, a member, I'm actually one of the elders in the church or in the church. Yeah, so I'm just like, then I kind of got to the fact, I was like, I even talked to one of the deacons about it too. I'm just like, and he's like, dude, you're working. And I was like, yeah, true too. But you might be thinking, well, if you're an elder, why are you talking to a deacon? Why don't you just talk to the pastor? Which he said the same thing too. But that you're working. But with this deacon, he is like one of the senior deacons. He is like a grandpa to my own kids. So I'm like, I have a lot of respect for him. But anyways, I kind of found some peace with actually doing these alcohol deliveries. So this is how I'm kind of balancing this thing out. And if you can find a way where you have a peace in whatever you do, this actually goes a lot further than just alcohol delivery. If you can have some peace in it and you're still in the right, you're still not in sin or anything, just keep on going with it. You're good. I know somebody will bring up like the scripture of like not to do anything that might cause your brother to stumble. Okay, I can see and understand that scripture, but however, I have found peace in what I'm doing. Now, if I was convicted and I was like, oh man, I better not. And maybe I will later on. Maybe I'll become a pastor and I'll be like, okay, maybe I need to like take this thing to a whole different level and do any alcohol orders at all. Maybe it'll change then, but as of today and right now, I feel like I'm okay. But now we're on our way because we're 5 minutes, 2.2 miles to the customer. Let's go. All right, we're almost to the customer. I almost know where I'm going to. I've been here before. That kind of makes it better. And of course it's going to be, I hand it to me because I need their what? Their ID. All right, gotta back this thing on up. Let's do it. All right, just delivered. I even had to put the customer on the clock too. And that was a 5-minute clock. I was like, oh dang, usually it's been 2 minutes here recently for the past few months. But hey, she made it in probably about the time around the 3-minute mark. I'm just assuming that she is probably looking or getting her ID. That's why I kind of figured out what that was. Let's just head on back and hopefully I can get another offer. All right, here we go with the very next offer. I am almost getting to where all my restaurants are at. So this is actually Okize. This is $13 for 6 miles. I'm gonna pick up 2 different orders from Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. By having these restaurants like side by side, man, it just makes up for like the perfect storm. Well, no pun intended, because there is a storm coming. Let's go. Right now, that order was ready. Come on, peoples, let's go. Are you letting me through? No, you're not gonna let me through. We just got 7 minutes, 2.4 miles to the very first customer. Leave it at the door. Leave it by the garage door. Mission complete. But let me talk to you, because that very first order that I had, that was Chick-fil-A, that big old order, it was said that I was actually 5 minutes late. I'm like, come on, are you kidding me? So I just tried to put a dispute in. I put other reason. I said the map was wrong in the drop-off location. I had to contact the customer. It was a construction site and I had to wait for the customer at security just to find out your dispute was not accepted. I'm just like, oh, ugh. Now I could have swore that it said I've had 9 disputes before I even started go through this process. But when I look at it again, it says I have 10 late orders excluded already. So I'm just like, figures. So now I'm gonna have to wait for one of those to roll off in my little rolling 100 so I can finally put that dispute in, then go ahead and get back to 100%. Yeah, irritating, but it is what it is. But the good news is that today I made $62.94. I'm just gonna call it 3 hours just to make the math a little bit easier. because it's actually 2 hours and 50 minutes. And when we divide that up with 3 hours, we come to $20.98 an hour. Not too shabby, and it's money that's coming home to me. And I hope you got value out of this ride along. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and see me in the next video.